Boston Celtics are your 2024 NBA champions. Boy, does that feel awesome to say. I'm sorry that the rest of the Sports Zone team or any of the other Bay State sports guys were not able to join, but I wanted to at least be here tonight to recap this thrilling championship here for the Celtics. So, first championship, 16 years exactly on the day. Since 2008. I actually remember that really well when Paul Pierce and everything got rolled out in his wheelchair and everything. But there was no wheelchair needed for this one tonight. It was the Celtics way the entire night. It just felt like something was in the air. Just from different people being in the Garden and expectations going in. It seemed like after Game 4, in a way, it was kind of a reality check. It was a check to make sure that you were focused, that you had your eye on the prize, that you were ready to go and finishing the job. And I think, in a way, if you look back at that awful Game 4 that they had in Dallas, in a way, it was a blessing because now you get to see the Celtics celebrate it right on home court here in Boston and now become the number one team in the NBA with the most championships ever won. That is so gratifying and awesome to be able to say. Tonight's score, 106-88. Really was no looking back for the Celtics on this one. They dominated from the start. They started out with full force. It was True Holiday leading by example, getting in the right position, getting in that right spot anywhere he needed to go to get that whole game started way back at the 8:30 mark. And the Celtics really never looked back from that point. The Mavericks struggled from the get-go. The Celtics were ready offensively with making the big shots. But the thing that really got me excited to be able to watch this team again is their true identity on their defensive end. They were shut down tonight. They shut down everything the Mavericks wanted to throw at them. You know, Luka Doncic, you can say everything you want about how much talent and everything he is. Even for him, he didn't have that great of a night overall. If you're a true superstar and everything, put your team on your back, you find ways to be able to get the job done. And the Celtics, for the most part, really put the block right on Luka and didn't allow him to really go on big runs whatsoever from everything. Kyrie Irving couldn't find his way, surprise, surprise, in the Garden whatsoever, and he just can't play basketball. He can't figure it out at the Garden, and it was so wonderful to see that happen for him too. I do, though, want to give Kyrie at least some brownie points, though, tonight. With about 2 minutes to go in the game, if you saw the cameras go over to the Celtics bench, Kyrie went over and hugged and shook hands and was classy enough to give his former team and everything the accolades and the love for the job that they had done. I didn't expect to see that from Kyrie tonight. I did not. I did not expect to see him actually be a bigger person and be somebody that, in a way, it kind of silenced the rest of all of us and in a way shocked me just to see Kyrie just be a human and be polite and do the respectful thing. So I've said it before. I felt like Kyrie was one of the worst athletes that the city of Boston has seen in my lifetime from everything, be a part of this city. But tonight, at least for that moment, Kyrie did the right thing. So I will give him some props with at least acknowledging and doing a class acts kind of job. What I also loved here tonight is you saw the Celtics win tonight by being a team. You saw so much balance on the offensive front, the defensive front. There was no I in team here again tonight. Your high scorer tonight, yes, it was Jason Tatum, the facilitator, with 11 assists on the night, 31 buckets. It was a special night for Tatum. It was a special night for Brown, Horford, White, Holiday, Porzingis playing. And who can forget, of course, the Peyton Pritchard Mr. Money shot when there's 2 seconds or less to go, draining the shot right from half court. And we saw it twice, lucky enough to see in this postseason and everything. In a way, it's kind of like I saw something on X, Twitter, It's in a way like Bill Belichick employing that special teams jack of all trades guys that just is a part of that team and make some sort of awesome contribution. And everybody from the entire team was a contributor here tonight. Again, started with the True Holiday with the buckets and everything, getting that job done, playing electric defense and everything. I want to talk next about Derek White, just an identity guy. I can't give enough credit to Brad Stevens for going out and trading for him about a year ago and bringing Derek White here to Boston. And what a joy to be able to watch him play team basketball, hustle play, never give up. When you watch Derek White, especially in this game here tonight, you saw a guy attack the rim, never give up if even a shot is getting thrown up. Luka Doncic in particular, taking shots, swatting it out of the way, making some sort of great contribution on this team. And you saw this the entire season with Derek White. Again, stat line, looking at what Derek White finished with here tonight. Derek White gave you 14 points. He was 4 for 8 from the three-point range, and he drilled so many clutch shots. But again, it's all about that offense, defense, and everything for him. He finished with a +1. Going back on some of the numbers for Jason Tatum, some things that really stood out here for this evening is, again, the Jays. Jason Tatum, again, 31 points with the 11 assists, 8 rebounds, but he also finished with a +18. Very special to see that. Jaylen Brown tonight, who became your Bill Russell MVP tonight for this series that he put out. What a spectacular series, just from everybody from the team. But Jaylen Brown just being a true leader and showing why that big contract and extension was something us Celtics fans should never have any doubts with from everything. Jaylen Brown had 6 assists, 8 rebounds, 21 points with a +20 on the night. Let's go down to Al Horford. Al Horford was 2 for 3 from the three-point range. He finished with 9 points with a +20 on the night. He had 2 steals, 2 assists, 9 rebounds. Unreal job again for Al Horford, who is finally a world champion. Al Horford started his NBA career in 2008 and lost in Game 7 to the Celtics in the first round when he was an Atlanta Hawk way back in the day, 16 years ago. And Al Horford put up, I think it was number 2 to, I believe it was Karl Malone, who did not finish with an NBA title, but now for most games played in the playoffs and everything. But now Al Horford can hold that trophy high and be proud to be a NBA champion. Oh, that's so great to say and to see for Al Horford. And here we're going to go to Drew Holiday again. Again, he was your guy that really started this whole thing out here tonight. Had 11 rebounds, 4 assists. He had 1 block as well tonight with a +21, chipping in with 15 points rather on the night. Great job from him. You saw Porzingis play. I don't know if you ended up seeing post-game with Elisa Salters, who did the ceremony and everything at the end, and she asked the question, how were you able to play? And Porzingis gave all the credit in the world to the medical staff for being able to be a part and get him on the court to be able to play here tonight. So it was pretty special to be able to see Porzingis make a difference on this team. A couple more players I also want to mention here tonight. Sam Hauser, he had a terrible, again, series when it was against the Pacers last round with just getting any threes or any buckets to be able to hit. And this series, he ended up finding his shot finally. And Sam Hauser tonight was 2 for 6 from three-point range. He did finish with 8 points with a +3 rating to finish the night. And, of course, we know Peyton Pritchard with the shot from half court right as the Celtics were going in for halftime. And, again, no looking back from this team. There may be a couple people out there that are questioning the whole MVP that Jaylen Brown and everything got. I'm not questioning that whatsoever. Just from the whole series alone, looking at numbers and everything, Jaylen Brown deserved it. But I loved what he had to say during that ceremony that they had when he got the trophy. He gave credit to Jason Tatum and the entire team. It's a team trophy. That was his words from everything. And, the ESPNs and everybody else out there will have so much to say about Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown not getting along and not wanting to be teammates and stuff like that. Don't believe any of it. Don't believe a word, because those two guys believed in themselves and believed in this team. And that's what got this whole championship together, is they were a unit. I want to give Joe Mazzulla all the credit in the world, becoming an NBA champion. First coach since Bill Russell, youngest coach in the NBA since Bill Russell to win a title, 35 years old and everything. And took a lot of heat from last season when he took over the team from Ime Udoka and everything. And it was a learning season for him. He was not expected to be the coach, and you had the whole thing happen with the Udoka and everything. And he stepped right in and learned quite a bit with how to be a coach in the NBA, how to call timeouts, how to get a group of guys to believe in himself and believe in a team. It was very different this year when this all went down, because Joe Mazzulla had an idea and had a concept that he wanted his entire team to grasp. And he was able to get them all to buy in. And from that there, Joe Mazzulla, big-time reason why this team is also an NBA championship. We've talked about Brad Stevens quite a bit with the big moves with the Derek Whites, the Porzingis, the big move with trading away Marcus Smart and everything too. It's just awesome to see a coach that was with this team and then transition to be the executive and everything, pull everything off. Felt like everything he touched turned to gold with putting this team and foundation together. Not enough credit in the world can be given to Brad Stevens for everything that he was able to do for this team. It's still kind of, it's in shock mode for me in a way to say that we have another championship in Boston. Just crazy. Since 2001, we have the 6 Patriots championships. You have the 4 Red Sox championships. You now have the 2 NBA championships for the Celtics. And then, of course, we have the Stanley Cup. And then, of course, you have along the ways, you have all these other teams that were so close to getting to the finish line as well, too. We're spoiled here in Boston. We sure are. But I will say this for all of our Bruins fans. Hey, Bruins, you hold the drought now. It's your turn. Your turn to make the magic happen in the Garden. As we do on our show, when we do our, at the end, we go about our spotlight stars of the game. And we usually present these as our Sports Zone 101 or Bay State Sports Pod MVPs or spotlight players of the night. Tonight, I am going to give the spotlight to the entire team. I have not done that yet, but they got over the finish line. There's been a lot of criticism. Can Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum become an NBA champion? Do they have to trade these guys to make this possible? Well, we found the answer out tonight. And what a humbling way to do it, where those 2 guys, I can officially say now, are NBA superstars, because now they're champions. They have earned that right now. But I don't think they want that title. I think they want to just be called teammates, team players. I don't think they want the superstar title. I think they just want to be known as great teammates that can get it done. So tonight, I give the entire team the credit for our spotlight here. And again, we present that by our Sports Zone 101 program. And again, all of our summer programs are starting for Sports Zone. And if you need information about any of that, follow us on our Facebook page. And we'd be happy to get you into the right spot on where to go this summer. All programs start anywhere between 9 a.m. to 3. And we are looking forward to having another amazing summer. This will be our 15th summer, believe it or not. Crazy to say it. Any duds tonight? Anybody in the doghouse? I can't even put Kyrie in the doghouse. I can't, just because he went over and did the right thing from everything. Oh, can I give anybody a doghouse? No, not tonight. I'm not going to do that, because everybody got over the hump and we got the championship. The only thing that I would say maybe on the dud side would be when this whole parade and celebration is going to be, because I did hear, because we have a heat advisory, that the city may not do anything until Friday or Saturday now. That's the world we live in. Soft. That's going to do it here for this show. To wrap up again, the Celtics are your NBA champions for 2024. Boy, is that awesome to be able to say. We'll talk about it more with the rest of the Sports Zone team and some of the other guys as well. But I wanted to just jump on here quick and celebrate with you and award and talk about the Boston Celtics being your 2024 NBA champions. Have a good night, everybody. And those of you that are celebrating everything, stay classy, represent the city of Boston and Massachusetts and New England and everything with class and dignity and respect.